we can also say this. This is very simple. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness and ignorance to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Three words. First is lead us from Asat. Asat means impermanent. Asat means which is not there. That is called Asat. No Sat. Sat means is there. So Asatoma from Asat, unreal, lead us to Sat, Gamaya. Gamaya means lead us. Tamaso, Tamo means darkness. And Tamo means ignorance. So darkness and ignorance lead us to opposite of it. Darkness is light, ignorance, illumination. And third, Mritturma. Mrittu means death. From the death, lead me or lead us to deathless or immortality. So these are very simple. Lead us from the unreal to the real, Asat and Sat. Lead us from ignorance or darkness to light and illumination. Lead us from death to immortality. That is the three, only simple three lines. It's a good prayer for. Okay. Now we have done the chapter 1 and 2. Now we are on the third chapter, and which talks about first was unreal nature of the universe. We have discussed that in chapter 2. Now, because it is unreal, that what is real? That is the self. And knowing the self is actually the wisest thing. So this chapter starts with self-knowledge. What is that? It says the knowledge of Brahman which brings liberation by living. That is being described here. So what is talking about? That we are in bondage and we want to be free. But free from what? Again, free from ignorance, death, and what is called unreal. Three things we have chanted now. Unreal, ignorance, death. So that we are in this bondage. So we know how will we free? Lead us to knowledge. So self-knowledge. We should have to know what we are. All the chapters will be talking about the same thing roundabout way. You may be sometimes tired to hear why they are talking so many times the same thing. Like Hriday asked Ramakrishna, Mama, uncle, why do you say the same thing every day? Why not you say something more, this and that? Then Ramakrishna was smilingly, he said, you rascal, whatever I like, I will do. What is your business? and in reality, tell me, what is there in truth? What is there accepting this only truth that I am not this unreal body mind, but I am that self? No? So simple formula. I am not this body and mind, which is unreal. Why unreal again? We have analyzed many times. Because in every split second, it is changing and changing and changing. And it is birth, growth, decay, and death. This major change is like that. And it is happening. So this is unreal. I want to know what is real. That is unchanging. Is there something in me? And knowing that here and now, not after death, not going to heaven. Vedanta does not believe in heaven. Heaven is there, but that's nothing for our goal. But we want to be liberated now, here, at this point. That's a bold statement of Vedanta. that we are here to know who we are, not after death, not after 2 lives, 5 lives, now and here. So this is the emphasis. So the knowledge of Brahman, which brings liberation, while living in this while living here, is being described. That is the point. This chapter is dealing with that. So what is that? What is being described? Nay. Tattvatma-bodhaye vaikaha. Tattvatma-bodhaha evaika. Sarvasa trinapavaka. Sarvasha trinapavaka. Pruktaha samadhi shabdena. Praktahi samadhi shabdena. Natu tushnim avasthitihi. Natu tushnim avasthitihi. Tattu atmabodha evayaka. Tattu atmabodha. Tattu means the truth. Atma Bodha. Atma means the self. Bodha means the knowledge. Knowing the Tattva, knowing that Atma, Eva, only, that is the goal of life. And what? By it comes only Sarva Asa Trina Pavaka. Sarva Asa, all types of desire, craving. They are all Trina. Trina means the grass, and Pavaka means fire that burns. So if we realize that I am Ekatma Buddha, I am that Atman, if this knowledge comes, Eva, Atma Buddha Eva. Eva means only. Atma means self. Atma Buddha means knowledge of I Atman, and that is me. Atma Bodha Eva, it is Eka. Only there is only one way, which will be Sarva Asa, Trina. So all our desire, destruction, it will destroy all our desires, all our petty expectations, petty fulfillment of little things. This is only rescue will happen because of that. So tattatmo bodha eva eka. Eka, only bodha, the experience. Experience of what? I am that Atman. I am not the body. I am that consciousness. Only this knowledge is capable of sarva asatrina pavaka. Our whole life is chasing for this and that asha. Asha means hope. I got it, I hope to get it. I receive it, I will receive that. So this type of asha, and the endless desire, hope, expecting one after another, there is no end of it. One accomplishment is done, then we want another accomplishment. That's good. Vedanta says it is nothing wrong because you are infinite. If you are infinite, how can you be satisfied with any point of accomplishment? Understand the point? If you are not, then you will be satisfied. Say, one poor person can be a rich person. Okay, he become millionaire. But why he is not satisfied there in million? Because he cannot stop. He is infinite. He will have to go more and more and more. But this is endless journey to make ourselves feel that I will be satisfied by having this, can be destroyed totally only with the self-knowledge. If you know, I am infinite. I am the eternal consciousness. I am that eternal bliss and joy. If you know this, then what will happen? No more expectation for anything in the material world. What can be parallel to that wisdom? that I am everywhere, I am the source of all joy, I am the bliss of everything. So that will be the total fulfillment. So the realization of oneness with Brahman and Atman is a Tattva Atma Buddha. Tattva is that God, that. Tat, tat means that. Tva, that is the only reality. And that reality is Atma, I am that. The whole Vedanta talks about this only. Who am I? And what is this cosmos? So behind this body mind, what is there? That Atman. Behind this cosmic reality, what is there? It is all consciousness. Absolute. We call Brahman. So when Brahman and Atman, identity, is experienced, then you cannot ask for anything else because there is nothing more than that. Therefore, there comes our perfect peace. There comes our perfect joy. So that burns all the latent desires of the worldly enjoyments. Latent impression which has been created by experiencing this life is pulling us again and again. But that will be all satisfied when we reach our real home. That is I am that cosmic consciousness. That is verily termed as Samadhi. Samadhi Shabdena Prakta. That has been termed as Samadhi. We say, oh, that man has attained Samadhi. No? Samadhi means total identification of my ego with that cosmic ego. And not to staying in silence, means to slim. The Brahma Gyanis become silent, no? Ramakrishna. Talking so many things and dancing and giving advice and this. But when the mind shoots into Samadhi, what happens? Everything stops. So if anyone only sits like that, it does not make him Samadhi. His mind may be rooting here and there and there and there. But here, when the mind of a student will feel that me is not this physical unreal entity, but that is the consciousness and blissfulness which is me, that is me, and that me is that, what is in the entire universe. I am a drop of water, this drop, no, it is H2O, and then go to the cosmic ocean, it is also H2O. So you become one, and when you become the ocean, what do you expect more? So all pettiness of our expectation, asha or sarvasha, all types of asha, it reaches its fulfillment. That is the point. Yes. What did you ask? Vijay, did you say anything? Oh.
There still can be like vasanas that still.
Vasana. Yeah. Vasana will not. Vasana because we think that we are unfulfilled. No. I desire more. Why? Because I think I am so much I have, but still I am lacking something. The sense of lacking will reach its end. No lacking. I have no lacking. That's why we Brahma Gyanis, they say, I don't care for anything. And I don't expect anything. Because why? I am full. I am saturated. I need not have anybody's help to fulfill me. I am already fulfilled. So brim, when you pour water in a container, it overflows, no? So when it overflows, I am overflowing. I don't need anything more. That will spontaneously come. When it will come? When one feels the identity of that consciousness and the cosmic consciousness. Jivatma, Paramatma. When Jiva consciousness goes away and Paramatma, Paro consciousness, Paro. Wipe out the word Jiva and Para. Jiva Atma, Parama Atma. So wipe out Jiva, wipe out Parama. What remains? Atma, Atma. So this is simple thing. So that is the purpose of life. Because infinite number of desires and subconscious expressions of our past samskaras are there, pushing us and making me understand that I am incomplete. I will have to have it, then I will be complete. Every point of our life, we are running after this thing, thinking, I am lacking. I am lacking in health. That's why I know I want to be healthy. I am lacking in knowledge. That's why I'll go to complete this course. I am lacking in money. I'll have this, then I'll be fulfilled. I am lacking in a good house. I'll be the bad house. I'm lacking in a one car, and I'll go to. See, you analyze our life, every day's life is only I'm lacking this, I want. Otherwise, you won't want. If you have it enough, you don't want it. But you feel that I have not this, I want something more, then I'll be fulfilled. This comes out of the question of unfulfillment. But unfulfillment will be driving force. It will drive us all the time. And we have created such impression in our mind, it will push us whether I want it or not. But if that mind understands, here is a mine of joy, where are you going? That's why that song always I sing, Dubu 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 rup sagore he amar mon. Talatal patal khujle pabi re prem ratna dhon. You dive deep. If you search there in the bottom of your heart, you will see the jewels and gold and jewels and all the treasure houses there. If you don't find in one deep, don't think that the bottom of the ocean is lacking the jewels and pearls. Dive deep. Try more and see. If you dive there, so you'll be the richest person. You don't have any craving. If you get all the treasure of the world in your hand, what you care for? What you want anymore? So only knowledge. What is the knowledge then? Knowledge that the consciousness behind my jivatma, the same consciousness with the cosmic body of the Brahman, which is the gross body. No? So when you know that they are the same, Atma Oikka, this Atma and this Atma is Oikka. Oikka means unity. It is only one. Bas. Then you accomplish the goal of purpose of life. So the realization of oneness with Brahman and Atman alone, there is no other means. Vedanta does not accept any other means. By doing this, by doing that, by going to pilgrimage, no, these are helpful. Going to pilgrimage, going to take a dip in the holy river, these are good. But these are not the cause of removing your ignorance. They cannot. Only knowledge can remove your ignorance. And to day and night, try to recognize that. And which burns away with this knowledge alone is like a burning grass fire. It's fire, such a huge fire that it will eradicate all darkness. And with latent desires that will be burnt, worldly enjoyments. Worldly enjoyment is not bad, but worldly enjoyment is momentary. That's why to go beyond that and to attain to that absolute, that is verily truth, samadhi, etc. Oh, Virat note. Okay. And in indeterminate unifying absorption, which is called nirvikalpa samadhi, that is the goal of life. No, Ramakrishna was having some trouble, and Totapuri then pinched the iron, what you call the glass piece, and his mind shoot up into the nirvikalpa. No? So nirvikalpa samadhi is well known both in the Vedanta and Yoga scriptures. Nirvikalpa samadhi word is in the Vedanta also use it, and Yoga. According to Yoga, one attains nirvikalpa samadhi with the help of extreme non-attachment. Vedanta will say, analyze, 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 and detach and detach and detach. That's the Vedantic way. A analysis path of analysis. Then the meditation path, focus on the light, illumination, and that is Brahman. So here is the negative side, detachment, detachment, detachment. And here is the positive side, holding on, holding on, holding on your focus. He gets the knowledge of the real nature of the self, which is called Purusha Khyati, in the according to language of the Raja Yoga. It means the discrimination between the self, Purusha, and indeterminate nature, which is Prakriti, leading to liberation, which brings results in accordance with the discrimination. Thus, who want yogic powers get them, but they are an impediment to the liberation. What is liberation? Nirvikal. Because you can get yogic power in this journey. But yogic power is a power, you get it and you can lose it when you apply it again and again. But Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which is attained by the eightfold yoga practice, that is called the awesome Pragnata Samadhi in the yogic language, scripture. Though the yogis are established in their own divine self, due to this Samadhi, they do not yet realize that it is verily the indivisible bliss of Brahman. That is because they do not have any mental impression about Brahman, which is the ultimate goal of Vedanta. As a person having no sanskara about the science of music in his mind only, and in his mind only understand the lyrics by listening to a song, and a person having sanskara about the art of music enjoy it by understanding the rhythm, tempo, note, beat, tune, and so forth. It is like that. Suppose I do not know anything of the music, I have no ignorance about the beat, tal, the tune, note, I don't know. I will enjoy, but I will not enjoy deeply. But if you know, you see when musicians sing, one person who has a sense of music, he enjoys the most. So knowledge is important. That's why Vedantic knowledge is emphasized along with yoga practice. That's why our Ramakrishna tradition is, you take help of the yoga, you take help of the Vedantic analysis. So it goes, one helps the other helps the other. The person having the Vedanta sanskara experiences the unbroken bliss of Brahman while remaining in his own essential nature. When Nididhyasana, Vedantic term is Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Three things. Listen, reflect, and concentrate. Dive deep. Three ways. Vedanta does not need any other practice. Vedanta says you only listen and then reflect upon that what you have listened. Is it true? Analyze internally. And dive deep into the focus that I am that. Bas. Day and night, 24 hours, this is the practice of a Vedanta student. So, Nididhyasana reaches its culmination. Why? Because due to the practice of the three, Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Listening, reflecting, and deep contemplation that I am Atman, I am Atman, I am not this, I am Atman, I am Atman. Listening and expanding the identity all the time, thinking that way, you will reach a point of samadhi because you are already analyzing. Atman is infinite, Brahman is infinite, I am that, I am not this body mind. So constantly you are creating new samskara. Understand? We create our samskaras. Is it true? Anything you think again and again, that creates a mark in the mind, and that becomes a samskara, impulsive. See how impulsive. Suppose you start driving. Remember when you first started driving, your attention of leg is going into the gas to stop, it is moving here and there. You have to pay attention. Oh my God, and the wheel, and they look this way. Achha, now, after so many years, how do you drive? You just make it switch off and then talk, and your hand and how it happened. It is the samskara has come. You need not have to think of anything. So it becomes your second nature. Driving a car, entering into the car, and how to drive, you did not have to do because you have done so many times, has created such impression, spontaneous. But a person who wants to do that the first time, think about that. How much attention, how much fear, how much care is to be taken for every step. So similarly in spiritual life, I am Atman. It's very difficult at the beginning. But when you really practice day and night, it becomes spontaneously clear in your understanding. Then that becomes a force. Even you don't think, mind will run that direction. That happens with the obsessive things in the world, no? People are getting drug addict, drinking addiction. So impulsive. Smoking. I have seen people. Smoking habit is such habit. He thought that I will not smoke. Acha. And I have seen he's talking and his hand is going where the cigarette packet is there. But it is impulsive. You are not practicing. It is sanskar. It has gone into the sanskar. So similarly in thinking that I am Atman, I am the pure self, it's every day listening, analyzing, reflecting, and going deep into that subject. It is creating a new channel in our brain. And that will be such, after some time, impulsive. You are sleeping, you are going to sleep. In the sleep, you will feel that I am that. As we do for other things come into our memory. So that will be the result.
So at the beginning it says Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and then later on it says Samadhi. Are there different kinds of Samadhi?
No. Asampragyata Samadhi is a technical term.
Okay.
That is the same as Nirvikalpa Samadhi.
Okay, it's the same.
Nirvikalpa Samadhi is used in the Vedantic term. Asampragyata Samadhi is a word used by the yogic term.
But samadhi is samadhi.
This is the ultimate samadhi. There are different levels of samadhi.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That was before. Okay. It's called asampragyato is the highest. Below that, sampragyato. Below that, sabikalpo. There I forget the term. What are the sabicharo, nirvicharo, sabitarko, nirvitarko. These are the different levels of samadhi before. But you go on, cross. When you reach the ultimate asampragyato. That is the same as samadhi in the Vedantic term. Nirvikalpo.
This is kind of the first I heard that there are these different levels.
Levels of samadhi, levels of concentration, absorption, level of absorption. See, from the yogic standpoint, dharana, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, no? So these are all on the absorption.
So like the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and they have the 8 things, are those like 8 levels of samadhi?
8, Patanjali's yoga has 8 limbs. First 4 they call it is external.
Okay.
And next 4 is called the internal.
Okay.
First 4 is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama.
Yeah.
Anyone can do that.
Okay.
There is no question of God or anything. Now, your spiritual practice starts sitting in the posture. That is the external. Doing breathing exercise. That is the pranayama. So these are all external. Now you have sat. Now you think that in my heart there is light and let me focus there. Or you think here is Krishna, here is all you see is mother. You focus here. Now you focus here, but mind goes away. That's the first step. Not absorption. It is running, fighting with the mind. So mind is too restless there. The first is pratyahara. Bring it back. When you have brought it back for a split second, say, oh mind, stay here. Stay here a little bit. Then is come the dharana, holding your mind. Holding for a longer time is your dhyana, meditation. Dhyana gets deeper and deeper absorption. And in this deeper absorption, there comes savitarka, savicharo, nirvitarka, nirvicharo. Right that cross, That means asampragyato, sampragyato, asampragyato. So these are the levels it moves according to yoga psychology. But Vedanta does not do analyze this way. They say only listen that you are Atman, analyze that yes, how it is possible reasonably, and deepen that analysis and try to find that these are all unreal, 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 and that is me, and dive deep into that, and then it will spontaneously happen. The same level you will reach. Here yogis have step-by-step journey, and here Vedanta also doing the same thing unconsciously. Unconsciously cleaning the mind, and it is happening.
So it's still, even though it's not the highest samadhi there, you can.
Highest samadhi is asampragyato, highest samadhi is nirvikalpa. But in the journey, you go from different level.
That's encouraging.
Yeah,
I'm very encouraged.
yeah. We are in different levels, we are moving.
Yeah.
So when nididhyasana is reached, when you can reach the nididhyasana, shravana, manana, nididhyasana, you reach in the first step, analyzing, shravana, listening. Now we are doing that shravana. Then manana. Suppose with this thought, you spend 1 hour alone yourself. Analyze why I am that, why I am not. Bringing all out. That is the manana. Now come nididhyasana. Deepen into that idea, yes, I am. Feeble conviction, then that goes away. Again, stronger conviction and conviction and conviction and conviction. When you are totally convinced, you feel that I am that. That is the end journey. That is called established in nididhyasana. That's why they say, when nididhyasana reaches its culmination, nididhyasana is a range. You are trying to be absorbed, I am that, I am that, I am that, I am that. From here to here, there are many levels. And when you reach this point, due to the practice of, it will not come ordinarily. You have to practice every day, listening, reflecting, and absorbing the mind in Brahman. It is said to be samadhi according to Vedantic view. It's a very simple thing, but if you remember once the distinction between yoga and Vedanta, this is the yoga and Vedanta difference. Huh? Got it?
What is the similarity and dissimilarity of the Sankhya philosophy with this Patanjali yoga?
Well, we need not have to go to that. It will take away our time.
Okay.
Sankhya will say that Purusha and Prakriti. Purusha is the conscious entity and Prakriti is the jada, matter entity. Matter has no power of its own, or the power of the energy is in the Purusha, consciousness. The oven, the fire in the oven is Purusha. And the pots and pan and the rice and dal and potato, all these, they are jada. They have no heat of their own. But when you put upon them, they come in contact. The water, the heat is there, and you put the pan and put all these things, as if you see the jumping of the Ramakrishna says, the potatoes and rice, they're jumping. Are they jumping by their own power? Whose power? The Purusha, heat. So you say, if you know this, then you know, pay attention to the heat. And that is the reason. Don't pay attention to this material world which is jumping and making it as if they are self-sufficient. So you withdraw your attention and separate out. It is called jada, it is called consciousness. And if you pay attention to the consciousness, you are free. If you know all this jumping and sweet dancing of the nature, because there is the consciousness, so go back to consciousness. Why are you deluded in this jumping and playing for life after life? No. So that Sankhya says you separate out these two. Then you are done. All the same in a different way. Approach is little different. So the very first line is very important. You can underline it. When nididhyasana because of the practice of Sravana, Manana, and Nididhasana, this three-step process of the Vedanta practice, when you gradually establish yourself in the Nididhasana level, and it deepens, then it is said to be Samadhi according to the Vedantic view. Vedanta is simply Sravana, Manana, Nididhasana, go on doing, go on doing, go on doing every day. And when this ultimate deeper concentration you get established in such a way that there is no fall from that, then you know that you have achieved that Vedantic Samadhi. Even if that Samadhi is experienced by someone only for a moment, it reveals in one's heart the existence, consciousness, and bliss, and the non-duality of Brahman. If you can once touch that ground, they are called the people of illumination. We call saints who have realized this. For a split second, if you will, Ramakrishna cannot think about that, what category he is. But an ordinary person, even just touches, that makes one Ramana Maharshi. That makes one, all the Vedantic big teachers you hear about, Ramakrishna said, Are Shukadev and others are only just a big ant. And there is a heap of, what you call, sugar mountain. And they have eaten one grain of that. And they say, wow, Baba, Shuka is who? For us? Oh my God. They have realized Brahman and they are eternally free. And Ramakrishna describing them, they are like a little ant. And have only got one grain in their tongue. And they are heaping, oh, I'll bring the whole mountain tomorrow. So, that's why it says, if for a split second one can experience that level of deep nididhyasana, sravana, listening, manana, reflecting, deep reflection leading to concentration into the truth, if you go like that, and then you are achieved. One split second you touch, then you become transformed. You are not the same person. Your outside body will remain the same. Outside eyes will remain the same, but you will be bubbling in joy day and night and night and day. That Ramakrishna touched that guy, Vaikuntha Sannal. By Ramakrishna's grace, he touched it and transmitted that split second. Ramakrishna didn't touch for a long time. He in Samadhi and touched it. But, and he was mad for 3 days, not seeing anything but God. See the impact of that. Because he didn't practice himself, he could not hold it. That's why spiritual practice is necessary for us. So that every day you build up your muscle strength. Slowly, 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 slowly. When you get there, you can retain yourself.
Under the realm of Maya also, I'm not under the realm of Maya also. No, I'm not the same person like yesterday.
That is another thing. That is in a duality level. Duality continues, but there will be duality will vanish. Duality will appear like a dream, like a shadow. I am sitting, there is a shadow. Two things they will see. This is original, this is shadow. Because they live in the duality, because they come down by the mind. Whenever you enter into the mind, again duality starts. But they do not get deluded by that. As we are now, we don't see God anywhere, no? I see as a person, you as a person, that's enough for me. But that will not do. You can go to the gold shop and then you look at the design of the thing you want to purchase. But in Brahmagyan you will see gold and the design together. That's why you find Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna is talking with Brahmananda as Rakhal. He is not mistaking that. But he says, that day I won't see God in you, I cannot see your face. He's looking at Vivekananda. His Hazra is Hazra. Hridaya is Hridaya. But at the same time he knows, oh, it is Ma is playing in all this role. He's giving a terminology of it. But that oneness is the background. So that we missing. Brahmajnana and me, people talking like Vedanta, this is the distinction. We don't experience that. We are intellectually talking something, but we do not know. But they know this and also see the non-dual reality behind. At that time, one's knowledge that Brahman has no connection with the conceptual universe gets firmly established in one's heart. The more one practices that samadhi, the steadier one's knowledge becomes. So every day, samadhi, practice samadhi. We call practice dhyana. Now go one step up. Say practice samadhi. Practice samadhi means what? Shravana, manana, nididhyasana. Listen, analyze intellectually, reflect silently sitting up. Never can be the body. I am that consciousness. Dive deep, dive deep, dive deep, and go into the depth of it. That's the samadhi. Practice the samadhi every day. A point will come that the steady knowledge will be established. We are all of us here listening so many years. We have feeble conception that I am not the body. At least we have not realized anything. But this much, can you deny? Now you deny that, oh, I am this body only? What? Do you believe that you are only body only now? After so many years of study of Vedanta? Yeah, so we have at least not that convincing, but a feeble idea has come. It is in my heart of heart, though I am not established, but I don't believe that. I cannot believe that I am only the flesh and bone. This conception has come. And now let it be stronger and stronger by every day practicing these 3 steps of Vedanta: listening, reflecting, and deep concentration. If we do that, one day we'll be established in that truth. According to Bhartika, Nididhyasana means the greatest wisdom. Yeah. What does Nididhyasana means there? Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Now you are familiar with the 3 terms, no? Can you say what are the 3 terms? Sravana, Nididhyasana. So these 3 states, according to Bhartika, Nididhyasana, the highest one, means the greatest wisdom. You have achieved the highest wisdom. That's called the Vijnana. Ramakrishna talks about the Vijnana state. Jnana, Vijnana. Jnana is knowing intellectually. Vijnana is being saturated with that. There is no more knowing. You become that. That is this. So, therefore, if one attains Vijnana state by the practice of Sravana and Manana only, then there is no need of any effort to practice Dhyana Samadhi. No? That's why I told you about one of my friends when we joined. He was a totally Vedanta. So when we will say, hey, let us go for meditation, he will say this question: what to meditate? Who will meditate? What is there to meditate? I am that. He is resting on Sravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana practice. He does not need to sit and concentrate as we do in a devotional practice or Raja Yoga, thinking of the Lord here. His sadhana, his practices, I am not the body, not the mind, not this thing. This world is all changing and this is appearance, but I am that consciousness. His constant thought process is such that, and everywhere is Brahman. What to concentrate? Why shall I concentrate? That is here. Therefore, if one attains Vijnana state by Sravana Manana only, then there is no need of any effort to practice Dhyana Samadhi. However, the Vijnana must be genuine. It should not be lip statement. Huh? So I used to tease him. Okay, I pinch you. Why are you saying They said, yes, that is a physical level, but I am not this. This is not me, not me. This is the sensitive universe, the sense touch, it created this reaction. But I'm not that. Even I am feeling it is pain, but it is not me. I am not the pain. I'm the witness of the pain. Because of me, the pain is pain. So he stands on that level. So real Vedanta students will feel it to the core of their heart, not superficially talking. Eh?
Where it says according to Vartika, what or who is Vartika?
What is the?
Vartika. It says according to
Bhartikakar.
what's Vartika?
Bhartikakar who is Sureshwaracharya.
That one is Sureshwara.
Bhartika means Shankaracharya presented the whole philosophy of, wrote the commentary. His disciple, one of the disciples was Sureshwara, the Acharya Sureshwara, the good proponent of Vedanta.
That Mohammed Mishra's story that
Eh?
Mohammed Mishra and his wife.
Uh,
Sureshwara,
no, that is all different. Anyhow, Mandan Mishra, Sureshwara, yeah, right, you are correct. Mandan Mishra, Swami, that's a big story. I don't want to digest that. He became Sureshwaracharya. That was one of the disciples, simple thing, one of the disciples of Shankaracharya who wrote commentary over commentary. Commentary of Shankara, he explained the commentary. That's why, you see, we are reading and I am giving an explanation. Sureshwaracharya was like that, commenting on Shankara's comments. And that.
There's a qualified Advaita. There's people around here even, they hang on to something that's just short of the full-blown thing if I don't exist or something, because they want to retain love in their heart or something they want to hang on to, which gives them a nicer life. So,
if that love centers around this pure knowledge, then it's okay. You cannot love anyone without this pure knowledge.
but they come to they don't quite step across the line.
Let them wait. Someday it will happen.
So they don't want to. They chose to. I heard
No one can avoid it. Maybe for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, this life, next life. It will happen.
right, Bhakti is Sureshwara.
Sureshwara.
Here they have explained what is Bhakti and what is
But it's a really big philosophy. I don't want to enter into it.
What is that?
Hey, see, we are thinking of this instant, you see.
Yes.
You have to teach me these things. Bhartikakar is commentator in Indian linguistics and philosophy. He is a person who wrote a critical commentary or a gloss on a given grammatical or philosophical work. So Bhartika is defined as a single remark or a whole work attempting. Anyhow, that is called the Bhartika. And Sureshwara is the commentator of Advaita Vedanta school. His famous commentaries include the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad Bhashya, Bhartika, and the Taittiriya Bhartika. And they are talking about some others also. Vachaspati Mitra, Panini, etc. Anyhow, so what we got from here is this. Bhartika is what? Is defined as the single remark or a whole work attempting to present a detailed commentary. The word Bhartika derives from vritti, either the sense of the turning vritti or sutra formula into a fully worded paraphrase. According to Indian tradition, the purpose of a Bhartika is to inquire into what has been said, who has not been said, and what has not been said clearly. So Bhartika means a person who explains, reading a text, what has been said clearly, what has not been said, and what should be added to it to make a clear understanding. So that is called the Bhartika. This is called, once the firm realization about Vijnana is attained, that person remains in Samadhi at all times. Now, a split second you get it. But Vijnana must be genuine. That means you are staying in that knowledge. Really you are staying. Not many people see little glimpse of light that, oh, I have realized, I have seen light. That light is not the light. That will light transforming light. like Ramakrishna's touch. So that is different. So when it is genuine, once the firm realization about this state of big jnana is attained, that person remains in samadhi at all times. Ramakrishna is to remain in samadhi. He said that like a toothache. His mind was all in all the time. Anything, little tidbit, boom, is going beyond. Little functional mind is working, but he's so matured in staying in that lofty level. Anything inspires. Seeing a lion of a tiger, a lion, hey, seeing the lion, lion's carrier is the Mother Durga. Mother Durga is Satchidananda. Bam. In one stroke. And we are seeing lion, what happens to us? We see an animal, that's all. Anything he saw is the deep cloud, black cloud, and a white crane. Boom. The mind saw, oh, gone. So this is the point. It is so mature. It is always had created a habit that to stay in that realm. That's the big jnana. Not jnana, big jnana. Remember the word big jnana is that state of attainment into samadhi. And when he comes down, little bit comes down and again shoots up. But not ordinary people cannot do that. This is called jnana samadhi, or it's called the sahaja samadhi. Sahaja samadhi, Ramakrishna. He can go to samadhi at any moment. And he is living in inner consciousness in that samadhi mood. Most of the time he is drawn here. That's why he could not tolerate any worldly word. He used to feel that someone is sawing head over his head with a saw machine. আমরা ওই মেডিটেশন মন্ত্র হইছে ধৃত সহজ সমাধি. It is sahaja samadhi. Sahaja means easy. For us, it is so much struggle. We are doing so many years, nothing happening. But for Ramakrishna, sahaja. Just as I see you, it just boom. And any moment, any time, sleeping, night times, morning time, Ramakrishna in the night time, Holy Mother could not sleep. With something, there is nobody to sing for him, but with this little, he's going to die deep samadhi, and he's almost more like a dead body. No? And mother got frightened and then crying and then calling, who will call at the midnight? And going to Hridaya and knocking him, hey, what is happening? See. This sahaja. This is called jnana samadhi or called the sahaja samadhi. Then the mental modification of the wise one always remains in the form of consciousness. They remain in the level of consciousness. We call Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness. These are all words, but remain in the level of consciousness. The internal modification of the mind always hold only existence and consciousness as their subject. They do not make name and form their subject. We are always creating name and form as our subject. What I am seeing, this is the cup, name and form. This is my subject. But their subject is not the name and form, but the constituent material consciousness. Ananda, bliss, Satchidananda. No one sees the name and form of a clay pot with their eyes. Everyone sees the clay alone. However, an unwise one does not know this and thinks that he is seeing only the pot. The wise one in this behavior during day-to-day action sees or experiences Brahman alone. We are from morning till now interacting with Brahman alone, but we do not know. We are interacting with man, woman, good people, bad people, good experience, bad experience. But we don't see we are dealing the Brahman only. Oh yeah, that song our Preeti sings. Khelati Bhagavan Brahmande. God, Brahmande in this universe, Khelati is playing. Who is playing? Bhagavan. The Lord is playing in all these costumes. So, as Ramakrishna used to see, mother playing all this. No? So that becomes spontaneous, sahaja. But we see only man and woman, good and bad. He's that bad and he's doing like that. How? Whole day we are bitter with everything. But they are not bitter because they know the God is playing. Different costume. Therefore, he does not have any need to practice the samadhi that comes through much effort by restraining the mind star from taking various shapes. He is always absorbed in samadhi. Yoga practice, I try to think of Ramakrishna. One face of another friend is coming. One face of another whom I don't like coming. What I talked with in my office with that face is coming. Hey, it is all redundant. I don't need them, but they are coming. But that we need to discard and say, okay, no mind, don't think, control. Here is no control. You make it open wherever it goes. It is only Satchidananda, the ocean of consciousness. These are the two ways of looking. No? One is putting concentratedly focused in one Ishtadevata, our chosen ideal, at the cost of other name and form. I don't need it now. Get out. Huh? That's the meditation path. And Vedanta path, hey, whatever I see is what? Everything is Brahman. Just expand. No control of the mind. So this is two approaches to the same truth. Got it clear? Huh? Got it clear? Yeah. Bhakti, the meditation path is to focus on one, as our beginning stage, on one form and name, holy form, and think the good qualities of that and concentrate there. And whenever any other thought comes, hey, I don't want it. Don't disturb me now. So I have to control that. This is a process. But in Vedanta, Shobhana, listen, who am I? I'm not the body, not the mind. What is this cup? Not the shape of the cup, not the material of the cup, but it is an existence. What is this? It is an existence, not the name, not the form. It is space. And what is space? It is only consciousness, it is only bliss. So everywhere you go, analyze, and find this Brahman everywhere. So you need not have to control your mind. Rather, let the mind go anywhere it likes. So these are the two approaches. He is always absorbed in samadhi, even while dealing with all his regular. Because when he is dealing with his ordinary activities, he sees that it is not the name and form. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, before seeing this table, you see God first, and then the table. Okay? Oh, there are two lines. Sarvopi vyavaharastu brahmana kriyate jane aprakshanvuti ajnanatma vijananti mridevo hi ghatadikam. Beautiful. Aprakshanvuti book you have read probably with Swami Sarvadevananda, Aprakshanvuti. Here he's quoting a verse from there. He says, to authenticate what he has said. That is the beauty of the writers. I say does not matter. But what is your authority? Authority is this. Shankara says in the Aprakshanvuti one, all types of secular and Vedic rituals are verily performed by Brahman alone, although men do not understand that duty. Amra boli, what we see every day? Brahman is the ritual, Brahman is the offering, Brahman is the one who offers to the fire, that is Brahman. What do you say? This is the teaching he is given. You see that way, you think that way, you feel that way. It is like the person who, while using the clay pitcher and so forth, is actually dealing only with the clay during all its. You are using the clay pot, you are using the ceramic glass plate, but you are saying cup plate. You have forgotten it is ceramic. So know that it is ceramic, know that it is Brahman, know that it is Atman. Forget the name and form. And if you practice this way, Vedanta says, a point will come, you will see the form, as also you know it is ceramic. That is called the Big Jnana. Big Jnana is that highest state. And Ramakrishna is to live in the state of Big Jnana always. Okay, so we have done one verse, but I have spent long time for these basic things. But basic thing, if we can really one day take it, then much reading is not necessary, much practice is necessary. Well, we're reading so many people say, why this book is going on? Okay. What will you get in another book? Only name. This book is Nectar of Supreme Knowledge. That will be saying Aparaksha Anubhuti. That will say Drig Drishya Viveka. That will say Vedanta Sara. That will say it is Upanishada. But what you talk about? If you know the fundamental three things which they have talked today, Savana, Manana, Nididhasana. And in Nididhasana, there is a depth going on, till it is the perfect Nididhasana or that Samadhi, absorption, and attaining to that, even if you touch once, the whole transformation will come in the personality and also in the object. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Panamastu. Now tomorrow is our gospel class. That's all. So hope to see you.